Greetings. I am Dr. Kimberly Thomas. I am an author, a poetess, and an affirmed apostle in the Lord's Church. I have stopped by to introduce one of my notable literary works, Free from Broken Beginnings, Healing Every Lifeless Place. This is not just a snapshot of my tattered past, but this is a testament of the transformative power of God. Through my transparency, I am able to offer Dr. Kimberly to Thomas, women who are in the struggle, the struggle and an affirmed breaking their silence, the struggle of being free to introduce from one of my notable literary works, Free from Broken Beginnings, Healing Every Lifeless Place. This is not just a snapshot of my Thomas.
Good evening. My name is Elijah Lewis, and I am an author and motivational speaker and part of the 100 Authors to Watch in 2025 for the Aspiring Authors magazine. And I want to tell you a little quick word about my book, Your Jewels Are in Your Journey, Life Lessons to Lead to Your Optimal Self. This is a great book for anybody looking to find any guidance on how to be their optimal self. What you learn is that life lessons are jewels, the people that you come in contact with to better yourself are jewels, and that you yourself are a jewel. Because if you don't know who you are, it's hard to know where you're going. So if you'd like to learn more, you can go to my website, www.elijahlewis.org. Follow me on Instagram at Melanie King Eli, LinkedIn at Elijah Lewis, and you can check out my business Facebook page, Your Jewels in Your Journey. Take care, and hope you find many jewels.
Winning book, The Adventures of Joni and Juliet. Have you ever gone on a trip? Well, hang on to your slippers and get ready for an unforgettable journey to Italy with siblings Joni and Juliet. This delightful story not only takes you on an exciting adventure through Italy, but it also instills a love for travel and discovery. Despite their initial reluctance to go to bed, as soon as Joni and Juliet slip on their cozy flannel pajamas, they are transported to the heart of Italy, where they explore the wonders of this.
Well, hello, and welcome. Tonight, we're just jumping on, y'all. Have an opportunity to share with you guys about um, what we're going to be doing in 2025. I'm excited to be working with some authors, some new and upcoming authors that are going to be launching their books in 2025. So I'm excited. We're going to have some of them come on tonight and share with us. I think I have Shanette in the studio. Before I bring her up, I'm going to see if I can hear her. Shanette, are you there? I can't hear you. You are muted if you are. I can hear you. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. We have one more guest that is going to come on, and then hopefully maybe we'll have all three of those authors that I'm going to be working with. If you are looking to published in 2025. We are going to be hosting a writers workshop in Atlanta the 17th through the 19th. If you are looking to self-publish, this will be a great opportunity for you to come out. We're going to start to finish show you how you can self-publish your book within that weekend. So I encourage you, if you want to be a published author, to come on out. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my guests in, and we're just going to chat. We're going to talk about these up and coming projects that they are working on, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about their brands and what you guys can expect from them. I'm excited for them because they are also going to be joining the Crew Podcast, part of our grief podcast that we're going to be launching season 3 of the Crew podcast. So I am excited about that and excited to be able to share with those that may be dealing with grief, because we all have to deal with grief. We all deal with it differently. It all affects us different. And do we ever get over it? No. It is a learning process, and it is something that we have to learn to live through. You know, we don't have to live with it. We got to live through it, because we can get through it because look, one day we too gonna leave here, and then someone is gonna have to be able to handle us transitioning. So we want to make sure that we are leaving memories and that we are leaving things that will empower people. So I'm gonna move on out the way and bring up my guest. Hopefully my other guests will join us. I have Shanette Johnson in the studio right now. Hopefully we will have. Of course, she's not on because she is driving.
Hi. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. She is driving, so she's not going to be on the camera. So, Shanette, um, for those that may not know you, if you would share with them just a little bit about who Shanette is.
Wow. Who is Shanette? Shanette. I am a mother of four. I have four grandsons. I am a commercial driver. I am currently just found out that I am an author. I am I am the host of Let's Talk About It podcast that I launched in February through the Crew podcast. I started that probably about like 3 months after my son passed away. And yeah, that's who I am. I, I'm quiet and I'm just Shanette. I'm who God made me to be.
Of all of the things that you could have chose to do to allow your voice to be heard, why choose podcasting?
You know, one day, my husband, Juan Johnson, is currently incarcerated in Denver on a wrongful conviction. And hearing his story, and it I wanted to like bring more awareness to what was going on. And then as I talked to like the when I would go visit him, and I would talk to the other men that was um in prison next, in the same facility as he is. And I'm listening to their stories, and I'm like, wow, this really is happening. You read about it and you see it, but when you actually come face to face with it, it just burn it. I mean, I just had this burning sensation inside of me. And not having my son here, and I can hear him saying, "Mama, you got it. You use your voice," because I was always the quiet one. I never talked. I was always in the background. And then now I'm giving a voice to the men and women that doesn't have a.
Wow. And with all that you are going through, you said you launched your podcast in the midst of losing your son. How has that been for you? Dealing with grief, trying to advocate, trying to be a voice. How have that been for you?
To that picture. And sometimes you guys probably think I'm crazy, but I'm just a grieving mother that lost her 31-year-old son. Well, I didn't lose him. I don't like the word lost because I didn't lose anything. He just transitioned to
Right.
another life.
So I know you're dealing with a lot, and you have found writing to be an outlet to release. Um, how have you used this newfound outlet to share with others? Because sometimes there are other people out there experiencing some of the same things that we are going through, or some of the things that we have gone through that could possibly, encourage someone out of what they're going through. So, how has this last year, how has 2024 encouraged you, taught you, educated you, encouraged you, empowered you to want to help the next person that may be coming behind you?
Oh, you know, it's still I'm still a work in progress. I'm still being molded. God still is molding me and shaping me to where I'm supposed to be. When I do come in contact with mothers or fathers or anybody that lost a loved one, especially a child, and normally now I'm coming into contact with mothers that lost sons. So when they share with me, then I open up to them. I tell them my story because I do lift, and I want to say 2 weeks ago I came in contact with a mother. I thought it was she was dropping her daughter off at school, but it was actually her son's daughter that she was dropping off at school, and she was telling me that her son had took a nap and he didn't wake back up. And that was just past January. And then that's when I was able to share with her what had happened, Kyle went to sleep and he didn't wake back up. So I was able to share with her and tell her the things that I was doing. That, when it get too heavy for me, I write it down. Today it got heavy and I was like, can I breathe? So I'm working on a poem with that. God gave me that to work with. So I'm working on that. I share with a lot of people. They ask me because I'm a commercial driver. I haven't went back to driving because my mental mind is not there, and I shared that with her because she was saying, what she do, and I told her, I said, this is why I stay. I do Lyft and I drive for a nonprofit school, the Lighthouse of the Blind. I drive for them as to keep going. And I told her, I said, you got to keep going. You just cannot just sit in the house and not do nothing, because then your mind gonna wander, and you're gonna sit there, you're gonna be, oh, my baby, and then you're gonna go into that depression. I've been through
Right.
all that.
Yeah, it's rough, and I tell you, I have moments every day. So I tell people that it does. People, when people say it gets easier, I can't say that it gets easy. So I won't tell nobody that. But I have learned to live through it. I can tell you that I've learned to live through it, and in living through it, we have Shaneria that has joined us. I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. But I have learned to live through it, um, and learning to live through it. I have my moments, and some days are good days and some days are bad days. But whatever it is, I have learned to lean and depend on the one that created me, because I know that no matter what I go through, that he's always going to see me through it, because he will never put more on me, because he know everything about me. He know what I can deal with, and he know what I can't deal with. So if I'm going through it, he already know that I can deal with it. So now I have to learn how to process it and how to get
Right,
through. So then that's when we have to learn how to apply the word. That's why it's very important that we don't just read these words and just think that they're words on pages, but we learn how to apply them to our lives, and
right,
be around people that can encourage you and uplift you. I don't care what you're going through. There's always somebody going through something worse than you. So know that if there are people there for you, try to let them be there for you. Don't push them away. And if somebody is reaching out to you, y'all be that listening ear. Be that listening ear. But I want Shaneria, since she's joined us, I want her to introduce herself, share just a little bit about you, if you would.
Okay. Hey everyone. I'm Shaneria. I'm Shaneria on. I'm one of the prayer warriors on the prayer line that we do, and we've been on the prayer line for almost 5 years, 4 years.
Five,
Um,
be 5 years in February.
yeah. So it's been a long time, but it's been awesome though, because prayer is good. So I can't deny that. That's prayer just been. I just love being on the prayer line. But yes, I'm Shaneria. Angela is helping me with my book, my first time being the author, Warn Women of Faith, Men of Faith. She's helping me with that. So I'm just trying to, I need to get um more dedicated to it. So I can push this book, so this book can be ready by the first of the year. Um, like I say, I'm married. I have 3 kids. They all grown. I have 2 beautiful grandchildren. I also have a son that's in prison. Um, who would I say? I say me and my husband. We have a trucking company. We deal with troubled teens. We deal with a lot of different things. We kind of do with the community. So that's what I do.
Yes,
And
I
work.
must say they are a power couple. They have their hands in many things.
Yeah.
That's for the building of the kingdom. I can say that what they are doing is definitely for the building of the kingdom, because um, Kent has took a business and allowed opportunities for others to have a second chance. You don't see that often. It's a ministry. Everything that he do has become a ministry. Even though it's a business, it's a ministry too, because he's impacting lives for the kingdom. And I tell you, he have a powerful wife right there beside him, because when she come in that prayer room, she say, "I don't know how to pray, but I'm gonna come in." And she came in and she did not let go. And I tell you, God has truly showed Himself through her. I tell you, um, if she speak it, you better believe it's gonna come to pass. I tell you, um, I call it a prophet, because
Oh,
if she speak it, it's gonna come to pass. She speak it, it's gonna come to pass. But I tell you, I truly have enjoyed um being on that prayer line with you guys, and just being able to not just think about ourselves, but to think about others. And it has truly been a trying year for us. Normally we do prayer from February 1st to normally it's June 1st. The leap year, it may be May 31st. I think it's May 31st with the leap year. But normally we go June 1st and then we done. We do the 121 days and then we done. Pam was doing a 90-day prayer. Then we may come back in for them 90 days with Pam, and then we were done. But this year, God, he saw different. He said, y'all need to go back in prayer. We come out May 31st. And he just kept dealing with me, and so I reached out to Shaneria, and I was like, it's just like something just keep telling me. Well, he was telling me that we need to go back in prayer starting August the 1st. So we have been back in prayer since August the 1st, 100 and what, 31 days now, I think. I think it's 131 days. We have been back in prayer, standing on the wall, trusting and believing that God is going to be who He said He was going to be, and just standing in the gap, believing that he's going to do what he said he was going to do. So doing that, it has allowed these powerful individuals to decide that they wanted to share God's goodness. Shaneria, she's leading the project, the Warren Women and Men of Faith. I tell you, just to know that you have prayer warriors that's willing to stand in the gap, that's willing to stand on the wall, that's willing to stand and not come down until they see God move. I tell you, it's just something. It's just something, and to hear testimonies. The word tells us that we overcome by the hearing and sharing the testimonies. And if we don't share what God has done for us, then we lose it. So I want you to share with those that are listening today, or those that will hear this as a replay. What are you looking for this project, Shaneria?
In this project, I'm really looking for testimonies, because I know we all done been through some things. We all done seen how God brought us out of stuff. We all done seen how God just been truly good to us. So in this project, I just want people just open up about your testimony. Let other people know how good God is, even when you was going through your struggles, even when you was going through anything in life, sickness, whatever it is. If you was praying for somebody and it came through, I just want people to be able to be a part of this project, and just talk about your testimony, because we all done been through some things. So I want this book to be open where people can just talk about how good God been, and where you at today, and how you was in the past, and you look back and see how God have truly opened up doors for you. So
But
that's
what
my
about that person? What about that person that think that they don't have anything to share, or that they may be at a place where they think that because they may be going through something? Because I tell people all the time that there's three phases of a storm.
oh
You may be coming out of one storm, you may be in the midst of one storm, and you may be going into a storm. But
mhm.
you always, there's always something. So for that person that is dealing with something and think that, hey, they don't need to share their story, that their story is not worthy, what would you say to that person today to encourage them to share their story and to speak up on the goodness of God, even if they may be going through something right now?
Yeah, I would say still speak on it, because it may be somebody else that you can save. It may be somebody else who going through the same thing you going through, and you can help that other person. Sometimes we can get quiet in our process, and you know And people, and I truly understand when somebody's going through some hardships or whatever it is, sometimes you don't want to speak on it, you don't want to talk about it, but a lot of times you have to think about it. What if it's somebody else that's going through the same thing you going through? And if you don't talk about your testimony and where you going and how you gonna help somebody else. So I just say, talk about it. Put it in a book. Put it, you could put it in this book and talk about it. It don't even have to be something dealing about what you're going through. It could be affirmation, something that keep you going every day. Um, I just say put it down in a book. I mean, and just let the world know, that yeah, I'm going through this, but I know I'm coming on the other side better because of what God can do, and nobody can tell me. So I say put it in the book. And this is a great, yeah.
So, Shanette, what are you looking for your book project? Because I know you have a book project as well.
Yes. I'm looking for someone, anyone that's willing to share their story, how they cope with grief, whether it's the loss of a child, sibling, grandparent, um, family, anybody. How did you cope with grief? It's people out there that can't get over it. They like kind of stuck. And we need to be able to share our stories to let them know that it's okay. They came, they served, they did their assignment, and they had to, we all gonna go that way. We all got to leave here. We not here. So we need to, I just want people to know how I cope with these last 13 months, and I know it's other people out there. Let's be a voice. Let's, help a parent out, help a sibling out. You know, let's come together.
And I think that these projects will be great projects for those that may be first time writers that may have never written before. This will give you an opportunity to connect with other individuals to share. And then not only that, you don't have to be focused on doing a whole book. You don't have to be focused on the editing. You don't have to be focused on anything but submitting your chapter. Everything else is going to be on Shaneria and Shanette. You don't have to worry about nothing. And then, of course, I'm going to be right there supporting both of them, lifting them up, and making sure that they have everything in place as well. So you don't have to do nothing. All you have to do is show up with your chapter, however long they tell you they need it to be. All you have to do is submit it. We also like to share a little bit about who you are so that people know who you are. So we like for you to share a bio, a nice high resolution picture that really represents you, because we know it's going to be a number one best-selling book, because that's all we kick out over here is number one bestsellers, and we know that it's going to get out there and it's going to do what it's supposed to do. So we need you guys to join these amazing queens and allow your words to speak, allow your voice to speak, because someone else is out there going through, they're waiting for you. Because whether you believe it or not, all of us have a mandate on our life. There are people that God has placed a mandate for us to be over, for us to be in charge of, that have to come under us. So they're waiting for you to do what you're supposed to do so that they can walk in what they're supposed to walk in. See, some people don't believe that. People think that you got to be in you got to be a pastor, you got to be a minister, you got to be an evangelist. We all are all of that. We all are all of that. We every title out there that you want to give somebody, a bishop, a apostle, we are all that. We may not have the official titles, because it with those titles it comes some work, it comes some studying, it comes some extra stuff. So a lot of us may not have those yet, but we may have it over our lives. And all of us have a mandate. Either you're a teacher, You're an evangelist, you're a minister, you something in that fivefold ministry. And you're supposed to be impacting lives. So your voice needs to be heard. So I'm gonna put that challenge out there to y'all. Y'all need to connect with these queens and allow your voice to be heard. Because once you connect with them, I'm telling you, you're gonna start being seen. People gonna start knowing who you are, because that's what we do. That's what we do. We like to spread God's goodness. So I encourage you guys to connect with them and be a voice and allow God to shine through you. Allow his light to shine through you. Okay? So I want to thank you guys for jumping on here tonight. I know this was last minute, but I really wanted to give you guys an opportunity to share about your upcoming projects and to get some individuals involved in what you got going on. We are going to be hosting a writers retreat here in Atlanta, um, January the 17th through the 19th. It is going to be an opportunity for individuals to come and be a part. If you are desiring to publish, to become a self-published author, this is going to be an opportunity for you to come and get self-published that weekend. Whether you want to do a children book, whatever kind of book you want, we're going to show you how to publish start to finish in that weekend. And it's going to be an opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals as well. So if you're out there and you're ready to publish, y'all reach out to me. I'm going to show y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm going to show you some things that a lot of people won't show you, because a lot of people are afraid of what they think you may take from them, so they won't show you. But guess what? I'm secure in who I am, and I'm secure in what God has for me, because what he has for me is for me. So I don't mind sharing. I don't mind pouring into others and giving. Like I published a book the other day, and I published it to a platform, and y'all, it got published to over 20 different sites. My book is in places that I never thought it would be. I actually Googled some of these places and was trying to figure out, what these places was about and who they were. One of these places distribute to nothing but school libraries. Yeah, school libraries, y'all. So guess what? The queen be over here doing stuff that's trying to help people. And I ain't charging you no arm and a leg. I'm not charging you your first child. I'm not charging you all that. See, some of the stuff that I do, people would charge you thousands and thousands of dollars for. But I work unto the Lord. And I know that he's going to bless me beyond what any of you guys can bless me with. So that's why I work so hard, and I want to be able to allow your voices to be heard. So if you're out there, I encourage you to connect with these queens and get inside these book projects. You got two right here that are going to be some powerful, inspirational books. You got one that's focused on grief and one that's focused on the power of prayer. Some that's going to be amazing. So y'all get connected with these queens. Before we close out, I want you guys to share your final thoughts, whatever you want the listeners to know, and whatever you want to share. Shanette, you can go first, and then Shaneria, and then I'll do my final thoughts, and then we going home.
Well, okay. Um, I just want to know if you guys want to reach out, you want to participate, be a co-author in my grief book. You can reach me at Shanette Johnson on Facebook, or you can reach me at 951-669-4450. Or you can email me at johnsonshanette1120 at gmail.com. Um, I want to leave you guys with this. When you're going through grief, think about them, but don't stay there. I had Angela and Simone tell me that. And when I tell you, I think about my son, I won't stay there that long. Because once you stay there, that's it. Your whole day is gone, and then your whole day is gone, your whole week is gone, your whole month is gone. Now you walking around and you in a depressed mode. You don't, your life is gone. That ain't what they want for us. They want us to continue to live on, want us to live on and keep going. You see, what I'm supposed to do, I want to leave a legacy for my grandchildren and my three daughters that's here. I want my voice to be heard. And my voice is going to be heard. My handwriting is already published in 4 books already. Now I'm coming with my own. So I want to leave something. I'm not passing through here just to just to exist. No. God sent me here for a reason. And this is my reason. He's showing me that I have parents, I have people that I need to speak, use my voice for. And check on your loved ones that's behind the wall. Don't forget about them. It's the holiday season. Send them, drop them a card. You don't even have to put it in the mail no more. You can go on Securus. They had the tablets that go right to them. Send them a I love you. Because some of them men and women, that's all they need to hear is I love you. You guys can catch me at on this coming Monday. Me and my co-host Cornell, we're gonna be talking about games. So tune in on Monday to Let's Talk About It at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. You guys take care, and I love you.
All right. Shaneria.
Amen. Um, yes. You guys also can reach me at Shaneria Roberts at yahoo.com. That's my email address. You also can follow me on social media at Shaneria Osborne on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Um, I leave this with you guys. Prayer is so powerful. You can't go, you just can't go around prayer. And if you're going around prayer, trust and believe me, it's going to turn you back to getting on your knees one day, getting in prayer. So I tell each and every one of you, join our prayer line. We on the prayer line each and every morning at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. You can inbox me. You can inbox Angela, and we can send you the number to joining us on the prayer line. Trust me, when I say the prayer line is awesome, guys, you gonna get that food. You gonna get that blessing in your belly. It's just being on the prayer line, just getting up at 5 a.m. Is something so special to me because it gives me where we get more closer to God. So I just want to leave that with you, and I do want to tell you guys, like I said, if you ever want to join either one of our books, grieving, because we all go through that. We all going through something in life, and we all gonna go through something of dealing with prayer and testimonies. So I tell you guys, just join the book. Come and let the world know about your testimony. Come and let the world know how you went through bereavement and how you came out and how God showed you the way through everything. So I just want to say thank you, Angela. I thank you for allowing God um, to use you for a lot of platforms, for a lot of people. Um, just like what you're doing now with us is a blessing because actually you don't find too many people that would do that. So we want to thank you for that and continue to let God use you because you're special. You're a beautiful queen and you have really opened up a lot of doors for people. So I just want to say thank you. You continue to do what God wants you. Follow God's word because He got your purpose. You know your purpose because you already do. So,
Amen. Amen. I receive it. I receive it. I
Amen.
thank God
yeah.
for both of you guys. I truly do. I'm excited about what He's about to do in your lives. And I'm just glad that He allowed us to cross paths. Like He knew what we needed before we were even conceived in our mother's womb. He knew that this day was going to be this day. So I'm just grateful to be able to be in place because guess what? I had to align with that He had already ordained for me. Because guess what? Everything that we're to walk into, everything that has been mapped out for us. When He said it was done, it was done, it was finished. It's already there for us. So there's nothing new under the sun. So everything that we can wish and hope for is already amongst us. We got to walk into it. When He breathed that breath of life into you in Genesis 2:7, everything that you needed was deposited in you. So now it's up to you to go out and walk into that, align with that He's purpose for you. So if He's giving you a testimony, I encourage you to share it in one of these books. Y'all, I am the queen of collaborations. I love what I do, and I wouldn't have it no other way. Y'all, thank you for joining us on tonight. And if you're not connected with them divas of the airways, y'all, we are live every single night here, except for Tuesday, but that's changing season 3. We're going to be live Sunday through Friday. No Saturday shows, y'all. No Saturday shows, season 3. So I encourage you guys to come on back. I'm excited to have Shaneria joining us. She's going to be a part of the Grief Podcast, y'all. It only airs on 5th Sunday. So you're only going to be able to see her 4 times. So I want y'all to mark your calendars and make sure you join us. If you are grieving, if you're going through grief, make sure you tune in. Y'all, I love y'all. And thank you for tuning in once again to the Crew Podcast. Y'all have a great night. I wouldn't have it no other way.